wanna get hurt again. That's the whole point of even breathing. Wish I had some place I could go.
Good afternoon. 7 years ago, almost to the month, I got my Downwind foil in the mail and my custom board was ready. And I went out, and I think if I had pulled up to the beach and seen this, I would have burst into tears and got down on my knees and been so grateful to have a tribe of people to do this with. All the smiling faces, the warm embraces, and Stoke so thick you could cut it with a knife. I saw Clayisland in the video do moves like this, and I thought it was going to be easy, but my success was about this much. Couldn't only dream of being able to do it. And being the only person in the Bay to have one of these foils, and maybe the first one in Northern California to have one, I had no one to turn to. There was no one around. There was no one I could look to and say, how do I do this? Can we figure this out together? And that, as I understand it, is the impetus for forming this gathering, for bringing people together, wanting to share the Stoke, bring people together, have a place to go, get together, to gather, to share, to trade boards and have fun and just stoke. Strangely enough, this area is the birthplace or the incubation place for foiling. Kind of the recipe for a good foil spot is bad surf. Waves nobody else wants are perfect for foiling. It's amazing that way. After I gave up on Downwind, I came here and was just shocked to see there were half a dozen other people trying to learn to foil. And oh boy, has the gear improved. Unbelievable how much better the foils are and the boards are, and seeing these guys make their own boards and just getting stoked. They see a picture or get an idea of how to do a tail or a rail or bottom contours or nose or volume or whatever, and then they go out and they just make it. After this clinic, they went and glued some blanks together. You know, that's how quick and how stoked they all are. And that original vision that I caught of being able to ride waves everywhere, not just being confined to some little reef or sandbar or point break, that the entire bay, the entire ocean is wide open. All these folks have caught that same vision. We're all on the same page. We got the same download. We all see the same expansive, wide open area where anyone and all of us can get together and surf wherever we want. Kyle and Nick are pioneering the crazy end of it. I think Nick holds the record for 50 plus miles in NorCal, maybe in California. I mean, big, cold, open ocean, long distances, fog. One of the runs they did at crossing the Monterey Bay. I mean, that's crazy. They did it. And they said when they got to the end, the wind died and there was fog. But because they don't need wind to go, they got these bump riders. They were able to still ride waves into the beach. Incredible. And to see these kids and the whole family out doing it together, that was the other part of the vision that I had, that like, man, we could have all ages everywhere, you know, hundreds, thousands of people. The territory is so huge. We could be out there as families, and then the kids are getting stoked. And because they got all the juice and the energy and the quick pickup of the thing, they could just be out there accelerating. So stoked to see this. And the other really cool thing about bringing everyone together like this is there's such a variety of gear. Like when we first started, there was only one foil to choose from, and boards, there weren't any. We just had to like guess or try to, a lot of us took old boards and we're like hacking them up and having tuttles installed and doing all this stuff. And most of it did not work at all. It was terrible. So to see this many people out having success, and then they jump on each other's boards, and there's just a slight difference here or there. The foil's a different shape, and all of a sudden they're like stoked because they're like, oh, I love this, or oh, I like that, or oh, I want to incorporate this into my next board, or oh, I want to add that foil to my next setup. It's rad. I can only imagine like the pioneering days of like the shortboard revolution, or just surfboards in general, like all of a sudden just being able to do this really cool thing, and everyone is super stoked and just can't wait to get back out there. In my first year of learning to foil, every like setback, I was super demoralized, quadruply so, because I couldn't look to anyone else to be like, get inspiration or see anybody else having success. The idea that it was even possible wasn't in my mind all the time. There were plenty of times when I thought, this is impossible. I'm never going to get this. And then talking to, you know, the other foil crew that we learned together, we all had that similar obstacle where we're like, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this. And so to see everyone out there, just the determination and sticking with it and getting it like on day one, that's just incredible. I'm so stoked. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see all of us out there and all of you out there real soon. And I put some slow motion get-ups and slow motion of this event on my website, so come on over and check that out. And if people send me their specs of their boards and their foils, I will put that next to the video so people can find that and learn from it. Thanks so much, and look forward to the next event. Great big warm hugs and lots of love.